Alright, in this video we will cover a couple of the features on how to use Internet Advancement and some of the reports that are available. So once you're registered and you come back to this page, you will click the Returning User button, and your unit ID will be that 6 or 7 digit number given to you by the council and the password that you set when you registered your unit. So I'm going to click the login, and this is the home page then once you're logged in. And you can see it kind of tells you that there are 3 stages for Internet Advancement, and it outlines them here for you, and then also gives you those 3 stages as kind of progress across the top. So the first thing you have to do is load a roster, and to do that you can do one of 2 things. So when I click load roster here for the continue button, it gives me the option to load roster or upload advancement file. Load roster, it's going to be just like it says here. Get your advancement information from the council. And that will be information how it is exactly on record with the council as of right now when I click this button. Upload advancement file is a file that you get from some other software, such as TroopMaster, PackMaster, or one of the other software Scout Focus softwares out there. This is not going to cover the advancement file portion right now. So I'm going to click the load roster. And it's a little hard to tell that it's doing anything, except that I have a little circle spinning up here. It'll take maybe 15 seconds or so, and then it will load the roster for me here so that I can see all of the scouts in our unit. And there's a little note here, but sometimes it does take just a little bit longer. There's no reason to worry. It is working, it just takes a little bit of time. So once it's loaded, you will be able to see your entire roster right here, and kind of at a glance then you can verify that the scouts in your unit is correct. You can verify their addresses if you need. Once you're here, there's several things that are available. You can click the review unit roster button here, and this will open up so that you have a PDF. You can verify also the same thing, and this will be the unit roster that you get at rechartering time. You can verify all kinds of things from your chartering organization to when the expiration date is. This unit roster will also have all of your adult leaders on there, so you can see who is chartered with your organization, or who is chartered with your unit. That is the unit roster. Advancement summary, I'm going to click that button here, is a summary for your entire unit. It will have all of your scouts and the rank they're at, when they earn them, the awards, any other badges they have, and the dates that they earn those. That's the advancement summary. The member summary is a summary that you can click so that you can run it by individual scout. It'll give you the same information as the unit summary, but for a 1 member or 2 members at a time. The review advancement report. This is a report that you will get at the end. You can see right now everything is blank because I haven't processed anything. So you'll see at the end when we process through some stuff, that same advancement report will have data in there. Over on the right hand side you can print unofficial membership cards. So I'm going to click this button, you'll see it'll give me a warning. These cards are not the official cards to be obtained from your council. If you need one, for some reason you can get it from here until you can get a replacement from the council. And the other button that's available over here is multiple person entry. So if I want to click this, if I had a bunch of kids that went to Merit Badge Day and they all earned the same thing, I would click Merit Badge, the continue button, select what they worked on. I have a bunch of them going to chemistry on November 7th. I'll click the next. The date they earned it. Again, you would do this after the fact. And it won't even let you do it, so no later than the last day of the current month. So I can't even put things in for next month. So we'll pretend that they earn them. And you see what I complained about is it didn't match the date earned here. So you have to match the date in this format here. I will click the next button, and then again it will give you the list of all of the scouts, so that way you can select which ones you want, and that is the multiple person entry. I'm not going to finish this because they didn't actually do this, but that is the multiple person entry. The other way to do it is to then, so when I'm back here at the home menu, if I have 1 or 2 scouts that earned a few things, I can click. It's a little hard to tell, but this ranks, this is a button here, merit badges is a button, and awards is a button. So I'll click awards here, and I can see the whole list of awards. So if we have the scout here earned his fireman chit, and we have the other NOA mile swim, and let's say they worked on a mile swim in September, I could put that in as 09, 01, 2015, and click save. It'll give me this message here that it was recorded successfully. I'll click OK, and I can repeat that over and over again for all the scouts in my troop. The next step is, so you can see we're right in the middle here, update member and submit report. I'm going to click next, and it says from this you will submit the advancement report to the council. This part is really important. Now if you choose to just do this once every 3 months, you can leave it in the second stage, and when you log back in, that's where you'll be. And then so you can accumulate those awards over time if that's what you choose to do. So as you are working, you can review the advancement report. So as I clicked on it earlier and it was empty, I'll click on this now, and you can see I have 1 scout here, his mile swim award, along with the rest of the data in this advancement report. So the last thing to do is to submit this to the council. So when I click on this and submit it to the council, it's going to give me this message that it's going to submit to the council. Please make sure you have reviewed the advancement report prior to submittal. So I'm going to cancel out here, and again, review the advancement report. I can make sure that it's correct. It still says this is a draft version. Well, not right there, but you can see on the backdrop there's a watermark there that this is a draft. Because afterwards, when I submit this to council, do you wish to submit your advancement report? I'll click OK. Now my little wheel is spinning, so I can fill this out with any feedback I have. This is a little survey here that goes to the council. Reset will clear any text that you already have in there. I don't have any feedback to put in there, so I'm going to click the save button. It says, are you sure you want to leave? I'm going to click OK. And it says, congratulations, your advancement report has been submitted successfully. So now what I'm going to do is print this advancement report. I'll click OK. And now again, just like we had earlier, now we have an official advancement report. So this advancement report has a few things on it. In this case, it's only 4 pages. Here's our scout and what he earned. And it gives you some other information about ranks or the awards that you might need if you want to send them back. But the council needs a signed copy of this for their record. So if you are using Internet Advancement, just print this out when you get done, sign and date it, and you can either mail it to the council office or drop it off when you go to pick up your awards. And for boards of review, it is asking for 2 additional signatures. The other thing you can do is use a traditional form that has been in use up to this date for advancement. So that regular form, you don't have to necessarily have everything written down, but you can just get the board review signatures, and that's actually an official recommendation from Boy Scouts National Office. I can put a link up to that, so you don't have to go back after the fact and get the board review to sign this. You can have the paper on hand because filling this out will normally take place afterwards. So this is good. I printed off, signed it, and mailed it in. And now I can go to the unit order form, and this is the ranks and awards as I need them. So I have my emblem merits here, my merit badges, and these other awards and ranks for the boys. So you can print out your order form. So if I need one parent's pin, first class pin, and I need 4 ranks for Star Scouts. I put those quantities in here. I'm going to print my order list. And now you can see it gives us this pick ticket, and this is nice at the council office for them to have on hand. Gives them everything that you need. So you can print that out and send it in with your advancement report. The only thing I will let you know is, so you can see we have these quantities here. So now if I go back here and click home, if I go here to the unit order form again, these quantities will stay in here. So my recommendation is when I go in there, unless your troop or pack sets up something different, I always reset the quantity, and it'll tell you here you are about to reset your quantities back to 0. I'll click OK, and now all of these quantities went back to 0. And then you can fill it out again and print off a new one. If at any time, so what I'll do real quick here is load the roster again. It'll take just a couple seconds. And if at any time you make an error in what you're doing, you can click to start over here, and it will let you know you're about to reset your advancement entries. Now that won't reset everything back to the beginning of time. That will only reset what you've been doing in this session since you've last submitted it to the council. So you can read this. Are you sure you want to reset your advancement data and start over? I'll click OK, and it takes me back to the load roster here. So you can start over from scratch if you've mess something up along the way. I'll click this one more time and wait just a second here for it to load the roster. So the one button I didn't go over earlier was previous advancement reports. If I click that, that'll give me a list of all the advancement reports we've submitted in the past. You can use these buttons to filter or go page to page, but you can see we had a couple here from a couple days ago, and then the one that I just submitted here. So if I click this link, it'll pull up that summary report again. So that's what the previous advancement report link will give you. And that is most everything about internet advancement. There's a FAQ section over here. A couple of things is that internet advancement, once you submit to the council, once you go through that last step and click OK, and you get that congratulations message, you cannot remove an entry for a scout. You will have to call the scout office or email them and ask them to remove that from that scout's record. Other than that, that's about the only question we've had on this. This unfortunately does not keep track of camping nights and attendance and all of those other housekeeping type things. And you know, that's where a lot of units will still use Troop Master and Pack Master, because it unfortunately does not do attendance. Other than that, feel free to contact me if you have any questions on internet advancement, and I will do my best. Thank you.